So first thing that should pop up in your head, what is it? 12 minutes.
Point. Long.
12 minutes, longs,
Point.
you see 12 minutes correct, longs correct. But if it's longs, is it number of
Human
points?
factor, other factors.
Yes, we cannot think of it in the number of points anymore. Right? Longs questions are about how to answer it. For example, like what Sophia said, GF, OF evaluation. Right? We have to start to think about that already. So first things first, copy the question down. Okay? That's your first step. In your exam, of course, you don't need to copy it down. Okay, but this is for revision's sake. How will you do it? Okay, copy it down first. Okay, don't worry to write it big, because it's an A3 size paper, it's big, you can write however big you want. And then I'm going to introduce to you some new concepts that you can use when you think about the question, this long question.
I don't understand the cheat.
The cheat thing, okay, don't worry.
Yeah, I could understand.
Later I will show you how, by just talking to ourselves about this question, we can come up with our own idea that will follow cheat. Okay?
I don't know. I know rank properly.
Okay, so today hopefully we'll help you do that. Okay, I want to introduce to you two different concepts. Okay, number one, thesis statement. Number two, instruction question.
Today is supposed to be responses.
Yes, correct. Responses. Okay, you copy it down first. And then once you're done, right, can you pick out another pen, preferably maybe a red color pen, right, and write these two down. One thesis statement, one instruction question. Okay, write this out at the side first. What is that? I'll explain to you.
Right beside you or what?
Yeah, right beside it. So like what you see on the board. And then can I ask you this question? Where have you heard a term very similar to thesis statement? Compo. In your English compositions, what is a thesis statement? A fact, right? Like I tell you this statement, and then you have to tell me whether it is true or not true, right? Or is the start of the paragraph. I want to tell you what is the paragraph about. I write a thesis statement, correct? Second, instruction question. What is the important word in this phrase, instruction question? Oh, okay. So when you see instruction question, when I look at the second word, question, what?
How far do you agree?
Yes. Okay, so you're starting to see that thesis statement and instruction question is part of every LOMS question, right? Which do you think is the thesis statement in this LOMS question?
What thesis statement?
Thesis statement means I give you
Responses but climate change
international responses to climate change
has made
much more
significant
significant improvement than responses by different countries. You are saying this is the whole thesis statement. Kumar, you agree?
Yes.
Adi, you agree? Okay, so this is exactly what you mentioned. This is a thesis statement. So can you just do this, highlight this, and say that this is the thesis statement. Okay, most long questions, if not all long questions, give you one thesis statement. And most long questions have instruction questions as well. Trisha, which is the instruction question in this long? How far do you agree? Right? We have done some long questions before. Can you give me some examples of other instruction questions? This one is how far do you agree, right?
Discuss.
How far do you agree? This one is your instruction question. Good. Can you give me some other examples of instruction questions? Discuss. Yes, you might see discuss. You might see something like how far is the statement true?
Yeah.
Okay. How far do you agree? How far do you think that the statement is correct? Okay. But how far do you agree is one of the most common ones. Okay. So we've already identified these two. Right? What is the next thing that we need to do when we look at the question? Okay? Can you copy this first question down first? First question is, which word or words will help me scope the topic? When I say scope, what does it mean? Which, okay, imagine I'm talking about content, right? I'm talking about climate change. Okay? Your climate change. Ani, is in which chapter? What chapter are we talking about here?
I don't remember. Weather and climate.
Weather and climate, right? Climate change. Weather and climate. This one don't need to copy down.
Gateway 2, right?
Weather and climate has how many gateways?
3 or 2
2 gateways. Right? Which gateway are we looking at? 1 or 2?
2.
2, remember, in gateway 2, climate change is part of it. Right? Climate change is part. This what we're looking at is gateway 2. Now, exactly which part of gateway 2 are we looking at? Gateway 2, we talk about things like
Kyoto Protocol.
okay, Kyoto Protocol is how we respond to climate change, right? We have things like the causes of climate change, the anthropogenic causes, okay, human caused enhanced greenhouse effect. We have things like natural causes of greenhouse effect, right? And then we have things like Kyoto Protocol. What else? What other things other than Kyoto Protocol?
National response.
National responses. Kyoto Protocol is a type of what response? International. What's the difference, Kumar?
International.
Wait, Kumar.
What? Difference with it?
Because now climate change already happened, right? Climate change already happened is bad. It has impacts. Right? Now we want to respond to it. Right? We respond to it in 2 broad categories. The first is international agreements. Second is national responses. Now, what is the difference between the word international and national?
Same one.
International and national. What's the difference?
National is
Wait, ah.
Wait,
International, national. What's the difference?
is it national like within the
No, just tell me the word. One is international, one is national. The difference is
inter?
inter. Inter means what? If I say
interchange.
intermarriage means marriage between different races. International means
Different countries.
different countries. Okay? International agreements means different countries work together. Okay? National responses means
Within the country.
only within one country. Is it 2 countries? 3 countries? No, it's just 1 country. So now let's take a look at the thesis statement. International responses to climate change has made much more significant improvement than responses by different countries. Now, what is the scope that we're talking about first? Are we talking about are we talking about the whole weather and climate topic? No, we're only talking about weather and climate gateway 2. But which word told us that?
International climate change.
Climate change, right? Because we are talking about climate change as the topic now. So can you underline that and put number 1? Because this word tells us what is important in the question.
Thanks.
Copy the long question at the top left corner. Okay, and then copy this is statement instruction question. Okay? So can you copy this down? Which words will help me scope the topic? We already know it's climate change. So when you look at other long questions, the words inside the question will give you a hint. Which topic am I talking about? Which part of the topic am I talking about? Do I go beyond that? Should I go beyond climate change? Should I talk about the causes of climate change? Should I talk about the causes? No need, right? No need. Because in this question, are they asking you about causes? No. They are only asking you about international responses versus national responses. Okay, that's the first thing we are looking at. Second question I want you to ask yourselves. Which word will influence my responses to the thesis statement?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. So I thought international is by different countries. That's why you repeat that it has made more significant than responses by different countries.
Good question. You see, international responses means many countries work together. Right? The opposite is national, means improvement the responses by different countries. Did they say together?
Oh.
It still refers to different countries, how they work individually. It's not that they are saying different countries work together. There will be international responses. They just say different countries on their own. Okay? So this is an actual N-level question. You might get thrown off. So Sophina, I like your question. Why? Because you might ask yourself, what's the difference? So this whole process will actually help you to think. Right? I'm talking about climate change, gateway 2. But why now why different countries sound like the same on international responses? But if you look at your textbook, remember, it's always international versus national. Then you will say, maybe this one is only referring to one country. Okay, then you can start to write your say. So you see how knowledge of your content is important. Okay? Copy this down, please. Okay? Second question that you need to ask yourself is, first of all, okay, wait up. Don't take a look at the second question first. What you need to do is, now we already recognize. What is the content that we need and what's the content that we don't need. We don't need things like solar radiation, we don't need. Right? We don't need content knowledge about plate tectonics, obviously. We already know. Now let's use a mind map to revise. Okay, all of you copy now. I have to erase this.
Wait. Go toilet.
Okay. That's fine. Now, so we need international responses. I just write here up so that you all remember international responses versus okay. So in this kind of LOBS questions, right, or when I'm doing revision, usually what I'll do is, first of all, I read my textbook. I read my textbook already, I try to come up with a mind map. This is the first mind map that I come up with, and then I look at it. There's a lot of information here all over the place, right, because you copy it directly from a textbook. The next step, which many of you don't change it to, is to reorganize the mind map to something that you are familiar with. This is the same content as this, just that I've changed it so that I understand it better. Okay, later I'll show you what is the end product of this on the board. Okay, and you can use this as revision as well. After we write this second mind map, mind mapping is always a 3-step process. Okay, first you just write down whatever you see in your textbook into a mind map. Second, you reorganize it into how you understand it. Third, you can write it down already without even looking or referring to your textbook or the previous mind map. That's when you know your content knowledge is strong. You don't have to look or refer to your textbook. And that's where you need to be in by the end of your June holidays. So that in term 3, when we go through, it's really just about how you take your content knowledge and turning it into, depending on the type of question that comes up. Okay, how do we do that? International responses. I always write responses. International responses versus national responses. International responses, in your textbook, there is only one example. Can you all remember what is it? International responses to
Kyoto Protocol.
Kyoto Protocol. Remember that? Kyoto Protocol is the only one that you're looking at in your textbook. So that's obviously the only one that we're going to do. I'm going to erase this and leave this two at the side. Okay? You already have the question, huh? the first thing I need to do, and you all can copy this down as I go through it, is first of all we are taking a look at this. Can you write it? Turn your A3 size paper around to the blank piece of paper and then write this down together with me. Okay, responses at the
So right where?
at the back side of the paper, not okay. Responses at the international
In the
level.
middle.
Huh?
In the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle. So imagine like a mind map that you're going to do.
In the middle.
Okay.
Middle.
In the middle, top a bit. Okay? At the north side of the paper. Okay?
Oh.
So, remember, Kyoto Protocol. Can I ask Zexer? Kyoto Protocol, who was the one that come up with the idea or organized this Kyoto Protocol?
Japan. Right? Yeah.
Japan is where it was held. Right? But who is the organization that governments were involved, but there is one body that helped to get all the governments together.
Global tourism.
Tourists. Anyone wants to try?
Wait. Tourism board.
Okay.
Anyone wants to try? Yeah, that's why we have to go and do our revision now, right?
We don't know lah.
What is it?
UWC, I don't know.
UWC is United
Wait.
World College.
Yeah. UNFCCC.
Okay, close,
I forgot lah.
close, Sofina. United what?
Nation.
United Nations. Very good.
See, it's very close. I remember
UWC. Okay, United Nations is the one that organized the Kyoto Protocol. Right? So United Nations is an international
Response.
international organization. Right? And what does it do? It facilitates.
Cooperation among countries regarding security.
Yes. So facilitates cooperation among countries. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So can you write it down first? This is the who, right? The United Nations or the UN is the one that facilitates. For example, Zexer is France. Okay. Linnell is Ireland. Okay. Kumar is Greece. Okay. Ani is Spain. Ani is Spain. Sofina is Austria. Okay. Trisha is Denmark, for example. So what I do as the United Nations is all these countries come together here with me today, and then I facilitate. What do you think is good for the environment? Okay, and then are you agreeable? Then we sign this deal together as different countries. Okay, can you imagine that? Next thing, what did they do? What did they draft? We already mentioned just now. What's the name of that whole process?
Kyoto Protocol.
Kyoto Protocol. What this UN did is they came up with the agreement called the Kyoto Protocol. Can you write this down?
This is supposed to be the line.
Line.
The United Nations.
United Nations, I underline lah. Just basically
Highlight
this.
lah, this highlight.
Yeah, remember that this is the organization that came up with it. Okay? You write it down first? Okay? And the United Nations was the one that came up with it, right? But under the United Nations, there's a lot of different small organizations within the United Nations. Sofina, can you tell me which exactly is the organization within UN that facilitated this?
United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change.
Yes, thank you very much. So that is the UN.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you repeat? UN Framework
United Nations Framework Convention
Convention
on Climate Change.